Portable SSDs for every budget. Top picks for 2023. Buying the best products on the market can be challenging, and that's why we're here to help you. And these recommendations for the best 6 products on the market. Remember to check the description below for more information and its pricing. Samsung T7 Touch. The thin aluminum chassis that contains the flash module is smooth and cool to the touch, and the only features are the fingerprint pad with a blue LED and the USB-C port on one end. It's small enough to fit in your shirt pocket if you're prepared to detach the cable and find another pocket for that. The T7 Touch comes with two 40cm cables. One ends in a standard Type-A USB connector, and the other is a Type-C variety. What's mildly disappointing, considering the cost of this item, is that Samsung didn't include a bag or case for the T7 Touch and its cables. And the box is made of thin cardboard and would only last for a short time in a typical office environment. It's a speedy performer too, offering USB 3.2 Gen 2 speeds of a maximum 10 GB per second, and it performed brilliantly in the AS SSD speed tests. We saw sustained read and write speeds of 894 MB per second and 678 MB per second, both awe-inspiring results. It's great value considering the speed and features, and if you're not fussed with the fingerprint security, you can find the regular Samsung T7 at even lower prices, with the same super slim aluminum build and identical performance. Either way, it's a fantastic drive. Seagate Fast SSD. There's no prize for guessing the right focus of the Seagate Fast SSD. Yes, that's its name, and it lives up to it. In our video, we reckoned when it came to performance, this drive ranked among the fastest without resorting to any sort of magic tricks, RAID 0 for example. Seagate's newest storage product delivered some impressive numbers, almost tying with the G Drive Slim SSD on Crystal Disk Mark and Atto. HD Tune Pro and AS SSD numbers were also amongst the best we've seen. For a slim, lightweight drive, it's one of the best portable SSDs. Although less compact than the WD My Transport SSD, weighing in at 82 grams, just 9mm thick, with a footprint of 94 by 79mm, it will slip easily into your pocket for a comfortable carry. Best of all, you can usually get it at a pretty good price. You can certainly pay a lot more for one that doesn't match the high performance in such a svelte design. Adata SE770G. A striking RGB design and remarkable performance marks the Adata SE770G out as one of the best portable SSDs with a little something extra. You may have yet to hear them over the likes of Western Digital and Seagate, but the company has a long and excellent record in solid-state storage, including the SD700 and the compact SE730H. Adata is always coy about its hardware because it can change during a production run. But we assume the SE770G uses an SMI controller, like an SM2262G. Expect a Samsung, Intel, or SK Hynix NAND depending on the price point. Whatever's in there, performance is ideally in line with most USB Gen 2 drives on the market. And anyway, it's the outside that really catches the eye. A mesmerizing light show indicating the drive is powered. It risks coming off as gimmicky, but it's just subtle, even elegant enough to work if it isn't usually your preference. Our only real gripe is we wished we had more control over the effects. Overall though, it's a great performer. As you'd expect from the RGB design, this is also a portable SSD for gaming, hooking up to consoles like the Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5 for storing our ever-growing backlogs. Kingston XS2000. Don't underestimate the Kingston XS2000 based on its size. While it's tiny, less than 7 centimeters long, it's also ludicrously speedy, posting sequential read-write speeds of 2,012 megabytes per second and 1,854 megabytes per second on our test rig's USB 3.2 Gen 2x2 port. It's substantially slower over an old-school USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type-A port, or even USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C, But if you've got the connectivity to run it at full speed, you'll see a lightning-fast file transfer or be able to run demanding games and apps straight from the drive. Kingston supplies it with a USB Type-C to Type-C cable, plus a rather natty rubber jacket to keep the drive safe if you're lugging it around. With this on, it's water, shock, and dust resistant, and a whole lot tougher than it looks. It's not much bigger than a USB memory stick, but way ahead on performance and capacity. Like to pack light but still get the job done? Meet your perfect external SSD. Adata SD700. When someone thinks of portable SSDs, they think of something that can withstand the elements relatively well. The Adata SD700 manages that in spades, with its IP68 ratings, one of the highest for water and dirt resistance. Similarly, it also has an MIL STD810G 516.6, a standard created by the United States military that encompasses various tests and products. This includes even MIL STD phone cases, although mileage can vary. Regardless, all that means for you is that it can withstand a drop of 2 meters without damaging the internals. Of course, it's not a perfect external SSD, and one of the more significant downsides is that it doesn't use USB-C connections. Adata's SSD uses a SATA cable instead, so if you lose the one that comes with the drive, you will have to buy a new SATA to USB cable. It's not something that you generally have laying around. Also, the speeds are slightly slower at 440 megabytes per second compared to some of the other drives on this list. Given how rugged it is, this isn't really a deal breaker, but it's certainly something to consider. Overall, the downsides aren't too bad given what you're getting, and for the price point, and if you're willing to put up with the slower speed and lack of USB-C, this is an excellent portable SSD. LaCie Portable. LaCie has a strong stable of SSDs that are travel-friendly, lightweight, shock-resistant drives rugged enough to survive most accidental drops. The LaCie Portable high-performance external SSD is no exception. It's not the lightest, 100 grams, nor the most rugged portable SSD in the company's lineup, but the drive is still ideal for travelers, with plenty of storage space, up to 2 terabytes, the equivalent of 20,000 photos or 65 hours of video content. Design-wise, the keyword here is minimalist. There are no bells and whistles or any unnecessary decorations. Just a slim, solid square of a drive that'll easily slip into any rucksack. Your connectivity options are broader than some, with support for both USB-C and USB 3.0, so you get a bit of flexibility hooking it up to a range of drives.
Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, then hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you loved it. Take a moment to hit the bell icon so you'll get notified of all our latest uploads.